What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a red and blue Digimon deck. Now, red and blue is not a combo we generally see very often in Digimon. Certainly, I've been looking around for deck lists. It's not something we've seen very much. So I thought, you know what? This seems like the kind of deck that we should have a little bit of a look at. Now, it is a predominantly red deck with just a little bit of extra blue thrown in, so we are going to be mostly focusing on the red cards that are in here, but we will of course have a little bit of a look at the blue dudes at the end. So if we start off with the red cards, then we should probably start off with the Digitama, and we've got what we often see here, which is a 4-1 split. And as has become kind of a bit of a tradition from the deck list that I've been seeing around, the 4 are the 4 that we saw come around in New Evolution. It's 4 Yokomon. This is, if this card is attacking an opponent's Digimon, you get an extra 1000 power. Yeah, it doesn't work attacking your opponent, etc. But certainly when you're attacking a Digimon, you get the extra 1000 power. This seems to be the preference for most people here. Now, there is a 5th Digitama that you don't have to. It's an option, you don't have to. But this player has chosen to go for Koromon here, whereby if you've got 4 or more evolution sources, you get an extra 1000 power at any point on your turn. But you've got to have 4 or more evolution sources, which is where it gets a little bit awkward. Now, in terms of the level 3s here, this is an all level 3 deck. No, that's a lie. There are a couple of level 4s. But it is a hyper level 3 deck. It is, I thought it was an entirely level 3 deck. I lied to you. There are a couple of level 4s lying around. We'll get to them in a minute. But this is an overwhelmingly level 3 deck. This is a swarm deck, ladies and gentlemen. We are swarming here. The theory of the deck very simply is, I'm going to get so many Digimon on the field so quickly, you cannot take them all out, and I'm going to just whittle down your security and win. So we've got a couple different kinds of Agumon here. We do see that we're playing 4 copies of the Agumon from the starter deck. This is the one with an inheritable skill that gives a Digimon that has evolved from it an extra 1000 power. So the theory here is that you combine this with Yokomon, and when you do use your level 4s, you are getting a fair bit of, well, I say a fair bit of bulk. More bulk than we might expect. Now, we're also playing both of the promo Agumon here. So, we are playing the Agumon that came around as a magazine promo. I believe it was a Psycho Jump promo. And it's a 2000 power, same as the other one. And it has an inheritable skill whereby if this Digimon's name contains Greymon, this Digimon gains an extra 2000 power. So here, we're looking to evolve into Greymon. We'll look at Greymon in a moment. But essentially, when you do evolve into Greymon, you get an extra 2000 power, as opposed to the 1000 power that you would have evolving from the other Agumon. Look how that worked out. Now, in terms of cost, the other promo Agumon really is different. It is a 5 cost to play normally. All the other level 3s we're playing here are 2 and 3 cost. Bearing in mind there's so many of these, right? You'll occasionally be able to evolve them from your Digitama, though that is basically once every other turn. Turn 1, you hatch and evolve. Turn 2, you move it out. Turn 3, you hatch and evolve. Turn 4, you move it out, etc. The vast majority of these are going to be played normally. This is significantly more expensive than the others. But it has a skill whereby when you play it, you destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 power or less. Weirdly awesomely good in a mirror match, but just really good for taking out little Digimon to take down your opponent's options. Now, outside of Agumon here, we do see a few others coming around. We have a playset of Monodramon. This is a 3000 power, but it only costs 2 to play normally. So that is giving you a bit of a speed advantage here because you're playing it more cheaply than you would the others. There are 2 of these. I might have said playset. I meant 2. We do, however, see a playset of Muchomon. Now, this is a free cost to play normally like most of the others. It is a 1 cost to evolve, but you're never going to evolve it. You're just going to play it normally and pay the free cost. Again, most of these you're going to have to play normally, so don't worry that it's got an evolution cost of 1. You're never evolving into it. It's got 5,000 power. And it really is as simple as that, right? It's no more complicated than that. It is just a case of it's got extra power, and that is going to really, really help you get a little bit of extra bulk going on here. You're using generally weak Digimon, so being able to have a bit more bulk is good. Now, I said we were done with the Agumon. I actually kind of lied to you, because we actually have 4 copies of Professor Agumon. It is a free cost to play normally. Now it's only got 1,000 power, which is exceedingly weak. But when you play it, you return a Digimon whose name contains Agumon from your trash to your hand. Or your discard, as I like to call it. Which could be Agumon or Professor Agumon. You're good. And we're not done with level 3 red Digimon. You might think we would be. We're not. We have got a playset rolling here of the Dracomon from the starter set. Free cost to play normally, 4,000 power. So again, what we're doing here is just getting ourselves a little bit of extra bulk. We're still using the free cost, cheaper Digimon, but we're getting a bit of extra bulk by having 4,000 power, which is more than a lot of the others do. And then we've got 2 copies of the Beamon from the starter deck, which is a 2 cost, 3,000 power. So you see here we've got a few evolution skills. But a lot of these are vanilla Digimon, and it is either I'm only paying 2 to play them, or it is I am playing the usual free, but I do get a little bit of a bump in power. One thing I think is very much worth pointing out here, the Monodramon from New Evolution and the Beamon from the starter decks, they are both 2 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 3,000 power level 3 red Digimon. This player has chosen to play 2 of each. You could easily go to a playset of either, and it would make literally no difference. The only other one that's not being played as a playset here is the Agumon from the promo pack. Because it's a 5 cost, it's too expensive to play too many of them. So I know it looks a little bit like, oh, why have they not done a playset of those? They totally could have. Now, we play then 3 level 4s. No 5s, no 6s, no Omnimon is the only level 7. No. We got a whole heap of level 3s. 26 red level 3s if anybody's counting. And then we've got ourselves 10 level 4s. Now, the one that we see the most of here is Greymon, and that maybe shouldn't surprise you too much, because, of course, we've got the Agumon that gives a buff to Greymon. And we are using 4 copies of the promo Greymon. I'm sorry, I know it's a magazine promo, I apologise. 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve. Come on, you're playing so many level 3s, you should be able to evolve this. But during your turn, when this Digimon has Agumon in its evolution sources, you get security attack +1. So the theory here very simply is, you evolve Promo Agumon into Promo Greymon, and you've got a 7,000 power Digimon with security attack +1 that comes out very early and very easily. No, it's not ideal, because there's a decent chance that the first security attack you will be destroyed anyway because you're not that powerful. But if you're not... Now, we do actually have a vanilla level 3 rolling on here. We got 3 copies of Dark Tyrannomon. Well, would you look at that? And Dark Tyrannomon, very simply here, is for the stats. Now, it is a 1 cost to evolve normally, and bearing in mind, with so many level 3s here, we are expecting that we will be evolving the level 4s, and there will just always be a level 3 there. And we got 6,000 power. And 6,000 power is fine. It's actually more than Greymon has, and you should be boosting that up with some of your inheritable skills. But we got a fairly powerful 1 cost to evolve. That'll do nicely. And then we see 3 copies of the blocker 3 copies of Corredramon, and the reason is we need a blocker. Now, you've got to give away 2 memory to attack, which we're not looking to do very often. Bearing in mind, 2 memory here is often another level 3 on the board. You really don't want to attack with this. But it's a blocker, so if your opponent attacks, you can rest it to redirect the attack towards it. So the theory here very simply is, you play this as a blocker. You play it just to try and make sure that your opponent isn't going to be in a position to take you down. When they're coming out and extra security attacks and all of that, this is your way of stopping them. And they're your level 4s, that's it. You've got your blocker, and you've got yourself your Dark Tyrannomon, and you got yourself your Greymon. It is a swarm deck in every sense of the word. Now, we do see just 8 blue ones here as well. One of them you could probably guess, it's Gabumon. 3 cost to play normally. When you play it, you draw a card. Gabumon is making its way into every deck it possibly can because drawing extra cards is nuts. In New Evolution at least, Digimon is not a card game that has a huge amount of draw power. It just doesn't. Which is why cards like Gabumon come in being so good and so important in the game that even in what is blatantly a red deck, players are going, no, I want 4 of those Gabumon. And while you're playing 4 Gabumon, you might as well play 4 Armadillomon. 2 cost to play normally. Now, you do have to pay to evolve it, but again, you're never going to. You have got plenty of other level 3s you're going to be able to evolve into. And it's a 2 cost 4,000 power. We like 2 cost 4,000 power. And in fact, we don't have 2 cost 4,000 power in our red Digimon here. Now we got 3 cost 5,000 power in Muchomon, that's kind of cool. We got 2 cost 3,000 power in Beamon, but there's no red Digimon, unless I'm forgetting one, and if I am, let me know in the comment section, that's 2 cost 4,000 power. And this is why it ends up as a red and blue deck. Because we've got really efficient Armadillomon, and we've got a bit of draw power in Gabumon, so you know what? This will do quite nicely. Now, there's no tamers here, but to finish off with option cards, we've got 4 copies of Shadow Wing. Shadow Wing is a 1-cost card that gives one of your Digimon 3,000 power, and it has to be a 4 of in this deck. And the reason is extremely simple. You're using really weak Digimon. Really weak Digimon. This is a 1-cost solution. It makes your Digimon less weak. This is good. And we see 2 copies of V-Nova Blast. It is a 2-cost option card that gives one of your Digimon jamming until the end of your turn. Jamming means you can't be destroyed by security Digimon. Now, I've already said this is a weaker deck, weaker Digimon. More likely that you'll be destroyed by security Digimon, especially annoying if you're using something like Greymon that is performing extra security attacks, which only work if you survive the first security attack. Well, in comes V-Nova Blast, ladies and gentlemen. Only 2 copies of it. You're not always going to have a blue Digimon down, I'll be honest with you. It's a predominantly red deck. But when you do, this becomes a very good card. This is a weird deck. A very weird deck. The fact that it's kind of red and blue, but it's literally 80% red, 20% blue, is weird. The fact that it's playing so many level 3s with just 10 level 4s is weird. Seriously, we've got like, I think 34 level 3s. We've got a 50 card deck, minus the 6 option cards, minus the 10 level 4s, brings us out of 50 minus 16, which is 34. 34 level 3s! Yeah, that's weird. And I love it. This is one of my favourite decks I've seen. I am getting very excited about a lot of Digimon decks at the moment. I'm probably not going to apologise about that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty then, so that's the deck, and I'm excited, but I'd like to know what you think about the deck, and if you're excited, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games, and please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.